Good morning, students. Today in this class, we are going to discussing about that chapter number 2, that is Principles of Management. In Principles of Management in chapter 2, what are the topics or content we are going to discussing? Let us see that. Here that contents are nature or principles of management, significance of principles of management, that is Taylor's scientific management, and fourth topic, that is principles of scientific management. Fifth one, techniques of scientific management. And the last topic we have that 5 principles of management. This 5 principles of management, we can also call it as 14 principles of management to 5. And after discussing about that content, we have to know that must and should, what is the weightage we are going to writing in the examination. Here that from the principles of management chapter, we can expect totally 9 marks. This 9 marks, how we can allocate? As a 1 marks question is a 1, and 2 marks question is 2, and 4 marks question is 1. As usual, 1 practical oriented question, and no 8 marks from this chapter. Once again, I'll repeat, totally we can expect 9 marks. This 9 marks we can expect 1 marks 1 question, 2 marks 2 question, that is in section B 2 questions will come, and 4 marks 1 question, that is section C. First question will be from the principles of management, totally 9 marks, and plus practical oriented question. And today in this class, I will give you the notes. After completing the notes, after explaining the content or a topic, I will give you the notes of 1 marks, 2 marks, and 4 marks what I have explained. Now the topic, I'll give you the notes. Please write it in the notes. And now we're going to discussing about the meaning of principles of management, nature of principles of management. Okay, see that in today's topic we are going to learning about the nature of principles of management. Before going to the nature of principles of management, I'd like to give an introduction about this principles of management. If you not finish the homework, I will call your parents to the school. If you not finish the homework, I will call to your parents to the school. Can you remember this echo? Yes, even I have remembered in my school days, because even I have remembered my teachers. That means every teacher having a different methods of teaching. Why I am telling you this? Because just example, in a school they have the 2 teachers, Mr. Govind and Mr. Prakash. Mr. Govind has given the homework to the students in a school, but no students is liking the Govind because of is a very strict, and Mr. Prakash is very friendly, and they have that very much bondage with the students. That means all the students is very much liked the Prakash sir. That means here that you can just see that the 2 teachers having a 2 different methods or techniques. For this, the environment has been changed, so that what they have did the school, the principal has issued. That means school have been issued that guidelines. This guidelines they have to follow by all the teachers. This guidelines will affected, influenced or changed school environment. Understood? Like that, in an organization also, they will issue that some guidelines. This guidelines will followed by a workers or employees. If they have follow, what is the advantage? Yes, you can ask. Even if that they can achieve that common goal or a organizational goal very clearly. Understood? Now we're going to discussing about that meaning of principles of management. Here that a managerial principle is a broad and general guideline for decision making and behavior. I already given an example. This principle of management is general guideline. How it general guideline will help to in a business at the time of decision making. Understood? I want to take a decision making, and that time this principles of management will help. All of you understood? Once again I'll repeat. The principles of management is general guidance. This general guidance will help in decision making and the behavior. Next, we're going to learn that nature of principles of management. Here that nature totally they have that 7 nature of principles of management, and this will we can expect for 4 marks. First one, universal applicability. Second one, general guidelines. Point number 3, formed by practice and experimentation. Fourth one, flexible. Fifth one, mainly behavioral. And sixth one, cause and effect relationship. And last one, contingent. Let us discuss by one. First one, universal applicability. This principles of management we can apply in all types of organization. Keep it in mind, this principles of management we can apply in all types of organization, that is profit or non-profit, or a business or non-business, public or a private, manufacturing or a service sector, or a small business or a large business. Understood? Once again I'll repeat, universal applicability. This principles of management, it is not only we can apply in a company, we can apply also in a bank, in a school, in a political, in a economical, in a social. We can apply in all types of business organization. Like example, business, that means profit or a non-profit, private or a public, or a manufacturing or a service sector. And second nature is general guidelines. I already explained you by giving an example in an introduction. This guidelines is to action, only is to action. It not give ready-made solution to the problems. Understood? I already explained you that in a example, in a school, the principal will issue that guideline, will issue the guidelines to that in a school, that will only to that action, and here it will not provide for a ready-made solution. Understood? Once again I'll repeat, general guidelines is nothing but it is guidelines to action, but it will not provide ready-made solution to the problem. And point number 3, form by practice and experimentation. Point number 3, form by practice and experimentation. This principle has been experiments, that means observe. After observing, they have experiments. After they have practiced in the management. Understood? And next, flexible. Flexible is nothing but it is not in a difficult. This principles of management, it is not in the nature of complex in the nature or difficult nature, or it is not rigid. It is not rigid nature. It is very flexible. Flexible is nothing but whenever we want, we can change that according to the situation. Understood? Once again I'll repeat, principles of management, it is not in the complex in nature. The manager can change this principle according to the situation. And fifth one, mainly behavioral in nature. That means management principles aims at influencing behavior of human beings. I'll explain you. I already explained you that even if this principles, suppose in a management, the manager will framing that any principles, any guidelines, this principles may affect, may influence in the workers, on the workers or employees at workplace. Understood? these principles of management will influencing the behavior of human beings. And sixth one, cause and effect relationship. Can just look at that picture they have given. I have applied that, I have inserted that one picture called cause and effect relationship. Here the cause is rain falling. With that rain falling, what will do? We will use that umbrella. Like that in organization also. Suppose I want to achieve that organizational goal or common goal. What I will do? That means I will apply that this principle to achieve that my goal. One more example. Suppose I have the target of to reach 1 crore of profit in a 1 year or in 1 month. Example, 1 month. What I will do? How I will going to get that 1 crore rupees? That means I will going to concentrate on the production. That means manager will going to that production department. The employees who will going to reach that, will going to produce that more number of that mean output, I'll going to give a incentive. On that time, this is the cause. Incentive is the cause. What is the effect? I can reach my goal. That means more output. Understood? This is called cause and effect relationship. And next, contingent. Contingent is nothing but this principles of management we can apply in the as per the changing the situation. Understood? Contingent is nothing but this principles of management we can apply as per the changing the situation, or even if that significant when coming to the contingent, once again I'll repeat, this principles we can apply in the changing that as per the requirements. And finally, once again we will see that nature of principles of management: universal applicability, general guidelines formed by practice and experimentation, flexible, mainly behavioral in nature, cause and effect relationship, contingent. In the next class, we are going to learning about the significance of principles of management. Thank you.